Cool. So, hi everyone, thank you so much for being here today. I want to start with a slightly uncomfortable question. Like, if AI can already do almost all of our works, then what is our role? Now it might sound a little bit dramatic, but today I'm going to talk about something that's very concrete. I built an AI assistant called Anna, and what it does is simple but powerful. It doesn't just answer questions, it actually understands what's happening across your entire workspace, especially the email, calendar, and documents, and helps us make decisions faster. So today, instead of talking about AI in the theory, I want to show you what it looks like when AI actually works in the real daily workflow. Let's start with a very familiar situation. It's 9 a.m. in the morning and you open your laptop, you go to the inbox and see something like this, like 50 or 100 of unread emails. Some of them are important and most of them are not. And the hardest part is you don't know which one is which. Sometimes in that list, there could be a message from a professor, a recruiter, a teammate, or a potential collaborator. But it's buried under newsletters, receipts, and system emails, and things that don't actually require your attention. So instead of doing meaningful work, you spend the first 30 minutes of your day just figuring out what matters. This feeling actually has a name, and I like to call it inbox anxiety. It's not just about having too many emails, it's about the uncertainty of missing something important. Now, actually, when people see the problem, they think, okay, it's exactly what AI should solve. So, in practice, most AI tools don't actually work well in this setting, in the fact, because there are three main reasons. The first one is the setup is painful. You spend a long time figuring things, connecting APIs, adjusting settings, and by the time you're done, you already lost the benefit because you're spending too much time on setting up. And the second one is that the problem, like AI sometimes summarizes things incorrectly, or even worse, miss important emails entirely. And when you're dealing with the real communication, that's not acceptable. And the last one is there's too much information. Many tools try to summarize everything, which sounds helpful, but it actually creates more noise instead of the less. You still have to figure out what matters. So instead of reducing the workload, these tools often just shifted the workload into a different form. And what actually does Anna do, and what we need is we don't need a chatbot that waits for us to ask questions. We need a system that runs automatically and never misses important information, that filters the signal from noise, and that presents things in a way that helps us act. In other words, we don't just want AI that talks, we want AI that works. And that's exactly the direction we took when building this with Anna. So let me describe what the Anna's workflow looks like now. Instead of opening the inbox and going through emails one by one, I receive a structured overview of everything that matters. It includes all unread emails, but instead of a long list, they are categorized into clear groups. Things that require action, things that are just informational, and things that lack the noise. But more importantly, it doesn't just show me the emails, it extracts the key information and presents it in a way that I can immediately understand. So instead of reading the emails, I'm reviewing the insights, like the brief Anna sends me every morning. And that small shift from reading to reviewing is actually very powerful. Yeah. And this leads to an even bigger change in how you think about the role. Traditionally, a lot of our time is spent doing the operational work like reading, sorting, replying, and searching. But with a system like this, the layer starts to disappear. and you are no longer focused on managing information. You are focused on making decisions based on that information. Like in the picture, you can see this is the information that Anna sent me today in the morning, like 8 a.m. And at that time, I didn't even wake up, but I already received the daily brief from Anna. So like you are no longer focused on managing information, and you are focused on making decisions based on the information. And instead of acting like an operator, we are starting doing things like a coordinator or even a decision maker, and that's where AI actually creates value. Now let's briefly talk about how this works behind the scenes in a very simple way. The system follows a pipeline. It scans the inbox and filters out the irrelevant content, extracts key information, and generates a structured summary, and then connects that information to other sources like your calendar and your documents. So it is not just processing emails in isolation, it's building a context. And if you want a simple analogy, you can think of it like this. The skill defines what to do, the APIs provide access to the data, and Anna is the agent that executes everything. Together, they form a system that continuously keeps you updated. And one of the most important ideas here is something called proactive mode. Most tools are reactive, that is, you ask a question and they respond. But in this case, the system rests automatically. It checks your data, organizes it, and brings you the result. So instead of constantly asking what's going on, the system tells you, here's what matters. The shift from reactive to proactive is what makes it feel like a real assistant rather than just a tool or a chatbot. So far, everything I've shown you is on the slides. Now I want to show you something that it actually looks like in practice. Like instead of opening the Gmail, calendar, or Google Drive separately, I'm going to interact with Anna directly and let you pull everything together. For example, in the Discord, I can simply told Anna that like brief, and it will run automatically and generating my daily brief. As you can see, there are 5 new emails that is summarized by Anna, and upcoming events from the Google Calendar and my recent files as from the Google Drive. And it's actually the same as what it is in the calendar. And as you can see, there are several unread emails in my inbox and in the calendar. Yeah, here. Here is the Anna workshop, which is from 7 to 8 a.m., maybe tomorrow morning. And also in my Google Drive, like you can see, there is something called Anna doc. So it is in my Discord brief, like the Anna doc. Like right now, I can also ask Anna to do something else, like maybe calendar, and Eva gives me the upcoming calendar separately. Also, like we can do Drive. Oh no, Drive is not exist here, but like as you can see, it reacts immediately, and I do not have to go to Anna, the real chatbot, but I can just chat with it in the Discord. And if we look in the calendar, we get another layer of context. I can see the meetings are coming up and conflict exists and how my time is structured today. And this is important because the email alone doesn't give me enough context. We need to understand how it connects with our schedule, like whether we have an important thing to do in the time required by the email. And when we have the drive here, Anna can surface relevant documents since they are actually related to the email or meetings. So instead of just seeing a message about the project, I can immediately access the actual content behind it. And for the cross-source insight, like the key moment, this is where everything comes together. For example, an email might mention a meeting and the calendar shows when that meeting is happening, and the drive contains the document we will discuss. Instead of manually connecting these pieces, Anna does it automatically, so what we can get is not just information but context. And you can also refine this further by just asking Anna to do something. Like we can add Anna bot and say hi maybe. And there will something like Anna can talk with us. And for so far we have talked about what the tool will do, and now I want to talk about how we can like set up this tool. It's pretty simple in the Anna because we already have a skill suite called GWS, and what we can do is like just add this skill. Actually, we have to go to the executor first, and we can search for GWS. It is here, right? I already installed. So what you can do is install here and go to the chatbot, like asking Anna. We should add the GWS here, and just like what it did previously. Like I should say, hi Anna, can you help me build this tool? It's reacting, but it will be just like this. Like Anna will automatically install everything you need, and what you have to do is, for the first time, you have to give the authorization in the terminal and go to the Google. And then there's a verification, and then everything is done. Like you already set this in, so Anna can access your calendar, your Gmail, your Drive, and everything like cloud. And then we want to connect Anna to the Discord, right? What we can do is we go to the anyway, let's keep going. Like what we can do is like here we have several platforms like Telegram, Discord, Slack, whatever you like. So in this case I choose Discord, and we just like open it like this, and we go to configure. And here's something like bot token and application ID. What we can do is take a screenshot and go to Anna. Like we simply say that I want to receive message from Discord. Can you help me set up? But it's still like setting up, but like as you can see, there's something like we just have to install something and then run the terminal commands. And for Discord, there's something like developer portal, so we can go there and create a new application. Here I call it Anna bot. Then we will get something like application ID and public key, also like authorization things. Like all these things you can ask Anna, and Anna will give you what to do next, and so that you can set up successfully. Yeah, like here you can see there is a clear pathway of a step-by-step setup guide. So far it's pretty clear that how you can install this tool, like because we already have the GWS skill set. And so to wrap up this thing up, it is not about replacing human decisions. It is about removing the need to gather information manually. And if you think about how much time we spend every day just collecting, sorting, and understanding information, that's actually a huge portion of our work. By automatically working on the layer, we free up time for the part that actually matters and thinking, deciding, and creating. So instead of managing tools, we start managing outcomes. And that, in my opinion, is where AI becomes truly useful. So this is pretty much everything for today, and thank you very much for spending time with us. And if you have any further question, just DM me after this one so I can help you whatever about how to install Anna or how to set up the Gmail tool.